You're still arguing about whether evolution is real. I mean, Europe and Canada have left that issue a long time ago. How are you going to deal with machines that can think? What about nanotechnology? What about biotechnology? What about research in outer space? What about deforestation or toxic pollution in the atmosphere? How can you deal with these important issues if you're not scientifically literate? You can't just say, oh, well, this is based on economics. You've got to look at the scientific basis and take it seriously. And I believe that the United States and in a way Canada too, although we've had the nature of things in Canada, the issues are dealt with in too superficial a way. And we're not taking science seriously.
Do you think part of that is due to a purposeful dumbing down of U.S. citizens?
Well, in terms of an issue like climate change, and certainly in forestry, the corporate sector has in many ways used environmentalists, used scientists, and essentially monkey-wrenched the issue. I know for a fact that the forest industry, when we were having very great success in the 80s in stopping clear-cut logging and getting areas set aside as parks, forest industry then began to set up groups called share the forests, and began to say, the environmentalists are greedy. They care more about spotted owls than they do about loggers. And they very successfully countered a lot of the things that environmentalists were raising. And certainly on the issue of climate change, the fossil fuel industry, the auto industry, the corporate sector has created websites that seem to be green, that talk about, the global environment. But they've really supported a handful of climatologists and scientists who are saying no. And they've acted, and the media then gets sucked into it. We want to do a show on climate change. Well, we got someone here who says global warming's happening, we got to do something. But, we have to have a balanced program. And it would be too biased to say everybody says this is happening. So you put on one of a handful of skeptics who are saying, no, it's not happening. And then to the public, it looks as if the scientists haven't figured it out yet. Well, half of them say it's happening, half of them say it's not. But the reality is 99% of the scientists are saying it's happening, for God's sake, let's get going on it. And this tiny handful of 10 or 12 naysayers, most of them supported by the fossil fuel industry, are saying no. And the public has been confused about what the issues are.
Again, you're looking at, here in the U.S., I'm not sure what it is in Canada, but where the corporations that control the major television networks, radio networks,
Absolutely.
Newspapers, are in bed with the very corporations that are, the polluters that are producing these products.
The Fox network, I think, is absolutely scandalous. The kind of positions they're taking, which are really corporate positions, and the way that they attack, for example, climatologists saying global warming's happening. It's absolutely scandalous. This is not objective reporting in any way. But they clearly want science to be there to support a corporate agenda, or else it's what they call junk science.
And even currently here in the U.S., the labeling of environmentalists that do physical damage to different facilities being painted as eco-terrorists.
Mm-hmm. Well, I regret that there are people who feel so desperate that they're going to, put sugar in the gas tanks of trucks or caterpillars, and that is happening, or who drive spikes into trees. I regret that very much. I don't think that we have to have that kind of civil disobedience. But, I also decry the fact that these people are called eco-terrorists. You want to know what eco-terrorists are? Eco-terrorists are people that say